What is the hidden power that allows one soul to reach across the vastness of space and bring healing to another? When Paramahansa Yogananda spoke of healing, he was not speaking of something limited by hands, medicines, or physical nearness. He was speaking of the divine science of energy, of thought, of prayer, the eternal currents of spirit that flow invisibly yet powerfully through the universe. He knew, and taught to all who would listen, that the soul is never bound by the cage of flesh, nor is it confined by distance. The body belongs to the earth, but the soul belongs to infinity, and infinity has no boundaries. To heal from a distance, then, is not to perform a miracle outside the natural laws of the cosmos, but rather to use those laws with conscious awareness. Just as radio waves carry voices across continents without wires, and sunlight touches the earth across millions of miles, so too the subtle rays of thought and prayer, when charged with divine energy, can reach the one in need of healing no matter where they dwell. This is the secret that Yogananda revealed, that thought is energy, prayer is energy, love is energy. And energy, directed by will and guided by spirit, has the power to heal. In this video, we will divide it into 11 parts. Let's dive up together. Part 1. The Ocean of Oneness. Imagine an ocean, vast and endless, with countless waves rising and falling upon its surface. Each wave seems separate, yet all are made of the same water, moved by the same underlying currents. So it is with us. Each soul appears to live a separate existence, yet beneath the surface we are connected by the one great ocean of spirit. When you send forth healing thoughts, you are not casting something foreign into another being. You are simply stirring the currents of the ocean so that a wave of light moves toward the one who suffers. That soul, too, is a wave of the same ocean, and so they receive it naturally. It is this realization of unity that makes distant healing possible. If you imagine yourself apart from others, you may feel powerless to help them. But when you know, in meditation, that the same life that breathes in you breathes in all, then sending healing becomes as natural as sending a message through the air. Part 2. The Role of Prana. The key instrument of this healing is Prana, the universal life force that sustains every atom of creation. Your body lives by Prana, carried in the breath and distributed through the nerves. Your thoughts are clothed in Prana, which gives them substance beyond the mind. Yogananda explained that when a healer concentrates deeply and draws in Prana through prayer and meditation, that energy can be directed consciously to another person. The healer becomes a channel through which the infinite flows. The process is simple yet profound. First, one must attune to God in stillness. In deep concentration, the healer prays, asking to become an instrument of the divine. With uplifted consciousness, he or she visualizes the person in need. Then, drawing upon the cosmic energy with each breath, the healer sends that light outward with will and love, affirming, "Father, thy healing power is flowing through me. Fill this soul with thy light. Restore them in body, mind, and spirit." Yogananda often gave his students very practical methods for this. He would say, inhale deeply, feeling that divine energy is entering your body. Then, as you exhale, project it with concentration to the person you are praying for. Do not merely think of them as sick. See them radiant with health, surrounded by God's light. Affirm their wholeness. See them in perfection, not imperfection. For to focus on illness is to strengthen it. To focus on wholeness is to awaken it. Part 3. The Power of Love. Why does this work? Because love is the greatest magnet in the universe. When your heart overflows with sincere compassion, the energy you send carries that love as its guiding current. A prayer made coldly, mechanically, does little. But a prayer offered with the deep feeling of love pierces the veil of matter and travels directly to the soul of another. Yogananda himself said that when he prayed for others, he felt as though a great river of love flowed out of his heart, sweeping them into divine light. It was this love, united with God's will, that made his prayers so effective. And he assured his disciples that each one of them could cultivate the same ability by learning to love without selfishness, without desire for reward, but with the pure wish that God's light bless all beings. Part 4. Examples from Yogananda's life. Countless stories testify to the power of Yogananda's distant healing. Once, while he was in America, a devotee's mother fell gravely ill in India. The disciple, unable to travel home, was anguished. Yogananda told him, "Do not worry. God's light knows no distance." That evening, he meditated deeply and sent healing vibrations across the seas. The very next day, the disciple received a telegram. His mother had suddenly recovered, baffling the doctors. On another occasion, Yogananda prayed for a man bedridden with paralysis. From miles away, he concentrated and visualized light flooding the man's body. Soon after, the man reported feeling an immense warmth and tingling, as though unseen hands had touched him. Strength began to return to his limbs. These were not isolated incidents. They were demonstrations of the eternal truth that Spirit is omnipresent. If God is everywhere, then His healing power is everywhere. The healer's role is simply to awaken it, to direct awareness toward it, and to trust it completely. Part 5. Visualization and affirmation. When you wish to help another, do not fix your mind on their sickness, for that only reinforces the condition. Instead, close your eyes, calm your breath, and inwardly see them bathed in light. See them walking in health, smiling in peace, free in spirit. Whisper to their soul, "You are whole, you are radiant, you are one with God." By holding this image with unwavering faith, you impress it upon the subtle ether of energy, and the soul of the afflicted responds to it. Yogananda also taught the use of affirmations. Strongly, with feeling, repeat mentally, "The healing power of God is now filling you. You are well, you are strong, you are in His light." When spoken with concentration, these affirmations become thought seeds that grow in the soil of the subconscious, releasing vitality and peace. Part 6. The breath as a carrier of light. Breath, Yogananda said, is the vehicle of life force. When you breathe consciously and with devotion, you harness this vehicle for healing. He instructed disciples to inhale while praying inwardly, drawing in cosmic energy, and then to exhale while mentally sending that power to the one in need. This rhythmic exchange builds a channel of energy, much like a current flowing from a battery to a lamp. With practice, this method awakens a tangible sense of energy leaving your body and moving outward, guided by thought. Part 7. The role of faith. No prayer is effective without faith. Faith is the conductor through which divine energy flows. If you pray with doubt, you create resistance, as though you are trying to send electricity through a broken wire. But if you pray with the childlike certainty that God is listening and acting, then the current flows without obstruction. Faith also works in the receiver. If the one for whom you pray is receptive, if they are open in heart, the healing enters more fully. Yet even if they are unaware, the soul itself is receptive, for the soul always longs for the light. Thus, do not worry whether the one you pray for believes in your prayer. Simply trust that Spirit will reach them in the way most needed. Part 8. Healing beyond the body. True healing does not always mean a cure of physical illness. Sometimes it means giving the soul strength to endure, or peace in the midst of suffering, or courage to face life's trials. Yogananda reminded us that sickness can be a teacher, sometimes necessary for the soul's growth. Thus, when we pray for others, we should not demand a particular outcome. Instead, we should say, "Lord, thy will be done. If it be thy will, heal this body. If not, give the soul peace and strength." Healing will always come, but it may come as inner liberation rather than outer cure. Part 9. Cultivating the power. One may ask, how can I develop this ability? Must I be a saint like Yogananda to heal others? The answer is that everyone has the seed of this power, for everyone is a child of God. Begin simply. Each day, in meditation, choose someone in need and pray for them. Visualize them in light, send them love with each breath, affirm their health. Do this sincerely without anxiety for results, and you will begin to feel the subtle current of energy flowing. The more you meditate, the stronger this power becomes. For it is not your personal energy that heals, it is God's energy flowing through you. The deeper you go in meditation, the more you remove the obstacles of ego and become a clear channel for that divine current. Over time, you will notice that people around you feel uplifted, comforted, strengthened, often without knowing why. This is the silent evidence that God's light is flowing through you. Part 10. Oneness with God, the ultimate secret. At the highest level, distant healing is no different from near healing, for in spirit there is no distance at all. When in meditation you enter samadhi, the state of unity with God, you realize that the same spirit within you is within all. At that moment, prayer is not your prayer. It is God's prayer through you. Healing then becomes inevitable, for the divine is simply awakening itself in another form. This is the greatest secret Yogananda revealed, that the healer is not the doer. God alone heals. The role of the devotee is to surrender, to love, to become so transparent that the divine current can flow without obstruction. When you forget yourself and think only of the suffering soul before you, God's compassion moves through you as surely as the sun shines through an open window. Part 11. The Eternal Science. Thus, the science of distant healing is not hidden in some distant temple. It is here in your breath, your thoughts, your love, your union with Spirit. Every time you think kindly of another, every time you bless them in prayer, you are practicing this sacred art. The results may be subtle or dramatic, but always they are real. For love is never wasted, and prayer is never unheard. In the end, the true healer is one who lives in love, in meditation, in surrender. Such a one does not heal by willpower alone, but by allowing the infinite to move through them. And in that movement, mountains of suffering can be lifted, oceans of sorrow calmed, and lives transformed, whether across the room or across the world. This was the teaching of Yogananda, that healing is the natural expression of the soul united with God. The body may be separated by thousands of miles, but the soul is never separate. In that truth lies the secret to healing others from a distance. Not a secret to be hoarded, but a truth to be practiced, to be shared, and to be lived in daily love.